Howdy all, this is Texas Gaming Industries here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play a Transport Fever 2 Fremont Edition. In the previous episode, we took care of one particular big task, basically expanding our 4-track mainline so all of our trains could basically get to their destinations, and no worrying about trains getting stuck behind each other. Which, hopefully, in this episode, it's going to be taken care of. But we also have to take care of this section of track here, as well as this line connecting to this station. But with that out of the way, though, most of my trains are now going to be running solely on time. Sure, there's a couple of freight trains that are going to be using this track, but I can easily reroute them onto that other line. Though eventually I do want to service a passenger line that will use these two switches. But, there's still not much left to do. Other than getting that task of getting all the commodities transported, which I forgot to put into one of the previous episodes, sorry about that. I think all of our trains are just basically doing very well for themselves. Plus, our steam excursion is actually doing pretty well if I have a look at our finances. Yeah, it's actually making a pretty profit. This steam excursion was only made just to celebrate the centenary of our company, since it started in 1880. So, it was important to have some type of special event train to celebrate that big event. Though, I'm also curious if I could change the coloring on my commuter trains. Because, let's see. No, I can't. That really stinks. That really, really stinks. I thought I would be able to get this GP30 painted in green to match the coaches. Speaking of which, what train is it waiting for? Line 1. Oh, it's going back that way. Why is it going that direction? I'm turning that train around so it could at least be able to get out of the way. And once that is out of the way, it will at least allow this train to clear the crossing to allow the freight trains to continue on their way. Yeah, I can see on how good this new 4-track mainline is. All the freight trains that originally got stuck now can easily continue on their way, but not to mention not block the main line. There are some straggler pieces, though. I think I might have to add another signal to this junction. Let's see, 4-track span, and let's see, signals. And that should take care of that little problem. But hopefully this train will be able to... It's kind of blocking the way. It's waiting for a free path. It should at least get a green signal. I don't understand why the signal ahead of it is set to red. It's not blocking a switch or anything. Although this commuter train does need to get back onto this line. Because if it's going to be a commuter service, it needs to go back onto the track it was supposed to go, which is basically traveling to the community of, let me see, the community of Whiskey. If it's going to Whiskey, then the starting station has to be Longhorn. Let's see if I can just change the signals on the way back to these. Don't understand why that signal doesn't work. It should at least work. This is a double slip switch. The trains can easily access this track. Does this switch even fix the problem? It should. It should allow the easy access in and out of the station now. Well, at least it's going back in the same direction. But if it's going to go to Longhorn, it needs to basically travel along this section of line. But I still don't understand why the signaling system is not working. Maybe I might have to build another switch to access the middle track. There. That should fix the problem. Now, as long as all the other trains do not basically try to use this track. But at the same time, I might as well see on... How is this train not going? Seriously, the tracks are been clear for a while now. You should at least have a clear road. Sometimes these trains are starting to drive me wild here. Well, at least the track is now clear from my livestock train. But I'm still hoping for a new passenger diesel. Those diesels hauling the express trains are starting to really start looking very out of... Can't speak. Those diesels are looking very much out of date on the express trains. They need a refresh. Well, at least freight trains are going through that way, though. And at least all the other trains are going in the right direction. Though I think we're having a bit of a traffic jam here at the town of Grand Valley. Because of this section here. It's one of the oldest on our line, and it's still basically, it's still very much a bottleneck. But, however, I could basically improve this section by redesigning this particular section of track. And it does not look good because this is on a slope. I guess it will just basically be a really bad bottleneck, because most of our freight trains do go through this area. Although we have yet to actually deliver anything to Grand Valley. let's see. I think we'll probably get started on delivering tools, because that city has been without goods for long enough. So let's see. Where is the tool factory? That's that's the slag. No, that's the asphalt factory. Pine Valley Tool Factory. Now, where is steel? Train 104 is carrying steel for that tool factory, but, however, it's waiting at the junction, waiting at the signals. Or at least at least this copper bar train is making its way now. But I'm just still happy that at least all of my commuter trains can... Wait, is anybody even using this? Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about these signals. Oh, new diesel, a new variant of the SD 40-2, and nothing else. Hmm. That just destroys the whole connections. I guess I'll have to rebuild the entirety of this 4-track system here at this signal tower. Well, not signal tower, but the signal gantry. Which, while my trains are paused right now, I can get started on rebuilding this area. Because this area needs to be modified if I'm going to try to keep up with the modern traffic loads this area has. Alright, we'll connect to this track here, that track there, and then basically try to reconnect to this section. Although I have to get rid of that piece. And then, let's see. I'll have to also remove this switch in order to access this area. Okay, let's see. Ooh, this is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze for a switch, but it will at least allow more trains to operate into this vicinity. Though I'll also have to re-establish the connection to this line as well. Construction not possible. Guess I'll have to redesign the road crossing here. Let's see. Let's see if I could try doing something like this. It's not pretty, but at least it does the work. But now I just have to figure out how to do this reconnection to this section here. Alright, I think that should basically take care of that problem. But let's have a look. Could not connect to all stations. Let's see. Now, how am I supposed to get this road underneath this track? Let's see, maybe I might be able to, like, dig a tunnel if I just lower the ground a bit. Let's see. Okay. And that should basically fix the road connection. But raw oil. That train's supposed to deliver raw oil to the refinery, but now that the tracks have been modified, how is it going to get there? Let's see. See if we could try reconnecting. Well, at least the freight train is going in the correct direction. But the service, I don't think it's basically going in the right way. I think it would have been better if I left the switches as they were. Ugh. Hmm. Well, at least one of the trains has been fixed. Maybe it's also because some of the signals have been removed. Oops, wrong signal. I don't understand why this is not working. Oh, right, that. I'll have to modify this section of track 2. This is going to be one of the biggest and longest projects of this entire operation. I need to rebuild the entirety of my railroad's main line in order to accommodate all the trains so they don't get stuck behind each other. But once it's fully implemented and fully complete, then it will basically be one beautiful operation. Too much curvature. Come on, just let me place down a new switch. Okay, we'll add that track there. Huh. I'll have to probably redesign some of the trackage. Now, freight train A4 fruit juices. That's going from the fruit juice factory at Woodsburg West to the Grant Valley Juice Factory. Hmm. Let's have a look. Yeah, it just had to be redirected through that new signal. And package juices. That train's supposed to deliver fruit juices to what destination was it? Woodsburg Sidings? Yeah, I'll have to. I'm setting it for the same signals again on the trip down. That should basically take care of it. Now the only thing left to do is just basically find all the trains that are not going onto their proper tracks, and then just assign them to the right ones. But now with this 4-track span right here, this line should basically be a lot more smoother to operate. Although some of the trains have to go onto other tracks because of this line. But it's only a temporary diversion. But I think other than that, though, you actually did a pretty decent job of rebuilding our operation. It shouldn't take too long before all the trains, except the new switches and everything else, all the trains should basically start to run a little more smoothly. Like this train heading with its ending with processed silver bars for its final destination. Though hopefully these changes will allow our freight and commuter trains to not cause much of a headache around this area. But other than that, I think we have also reached a good any point in today's episode. So, if you had enjoyed this episode of my Let's Play Transport Fever 2, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. That's Texas Gaming Industries for new video uploads every Friday or Saturday, depending on my on-site schedule. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye!